Dear educators, welcome to the 46th session of the Pan-European Conference on Digital Education. My name is Blanca Tatzer. I will moderate today's session. We are gathered here virtually connected from various corners of our continent to explore and exchange teaching ideas on digital education. So this conference, a staple of our educational community, continues to be a source of knowledge also in 2024, offering a free of charge platform where hundreds of teachers can collaborate, learn and grow together. Also, today's program promises to be intellectually stimulating and practically enriching. So let's see what do we have here today. The first presentation might become the second one because the presenter is not here yet. But anyway, the title of the presentation is ICT in Teaching Foreign Languages, presented by Svitlana Tarasova. Then we already have on our backstage Mija Selič with a presentation on introductory routine fostering children's learning prerequisites. And then another presenter we are having, and we are very grateful, is Cristina Dragomir with the title of Enhancing Communication Skills in Engineering Education. And the fourth presentation, the Symmetric app based on chess and mathematics, presented by Maria Petrescu. So these are four presentations. We will listen them today. And as always, you are welcome to ask the questions. Presentations will be available on our Facebook group, Pan-European Conference on Digital Education. So you can use either a QR code or just go on the Facebook, type in Pan-European Conference on Digital Education and find the group to download the presentations so that you will follow them easier. And of course, today is the 46th session, but that's the first month of the 24th. So we will organize 11 more conferences, and we are looking for presenters for all the topics that are written here. So innovation in teaching, blended learning, ICT in education, different tools. Present your teaching case, go on the web page of the conference and apply as a presenter as well. Share your teaching ideas. And also I have a little invitation for you. Yes, and this is especially for teachers teaching in preschools, in kindergartens. We are very happy because in April, 9th April, we are organizing a free webinar on teaching sustainability in kindergartens, in which we will present practices from 6 different countries. From Sweden, from Lithuania, Germany, Austria, Slovenia, and Greece. So interesting, isn't it? So just either use this QR code and register if you are a kindergarten educator, or go to the Facebook group Erasmus Plus Kindergartens and you will find all the details there. Right, this was my speech. I think it was enough. Thank you. And now you are probably curious who is with us today. So just let me show you the ladies that are here. Yeah. So, hello, Svitlana.
Hello,
Nice to meet you. For the
nice to meet
beginning,
you.
yeah, you are the first presenter, of course. But for the beginning, I would just like to ask you to say maybe one or two sentences about yourself so that we uh, get to know you personally.
So, hello everybody. I am really happy to see all of you there and people who are going to listen to us, our dear audience. I am the associate professor of Warsaw National University, and I'm doing my research in different fields, uh, mostly especially in linguistics and also educational sphere, as I'm also a lecturer, have my courses, own courses, and as well as teaching English. So it's very interesting for me to find out new things in education, and I'm always happy to come to each of these conferences as a presenter, as a great honor, as well as a listener. So
Yeah.
thank you.
Thank you, Svitlana, for your support. Yeah, as far as I remember, this is already the second time as a presenter for you.
Yes, yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
yes, yes,
Welcome
yes,
again.
yes.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. So we will get back to you in a minute. In the meanwhile,
Okay.
Mija, can you shortly present yourself?
Yeah, hello everyone. I do not see you, but you can see me. This is my first presentation here. I've just been very lucky to be acquainted with Blanca, who invited me to present something for you. I am a teacher and a teacher trainer, and I focus my profession on teaching young children English and everything concerning with language learning for young learners. I am developing through picture books, and today I'm going to show you just a little bit of that. And I come from Slovenia. Thank you, Blanca.
Thank you. And Cristina, also a bit about you.
Hello, I am associate professor at Constanta Maritime University. This is a technical university preparing engineers that go on board vessel, but also engineers that work in the port or in transport or in supply chain. And beside being a teacher, I'm also a member of a few association. For example, the Professional Association of Women in Trading and Shipping Association.
Great, thank you very much. We'll be back soon. And now the stage is of Svitlana. You can share your screen. So her presentation is ICT in higher education. We
Mm-hmm.
will go
Yeah.
to that in a second. Hmm. Yeah, down
Okay.
below
Just
you have the button share. In the
yeah, yeah, yeah.
meanwhile, I can report that there are 405 teachers with us today. No pressure, Svitlana, but that's the situation now. So yeah, thank you very much to all of you for this wonderful support. Uh, I also encourage you to ask questions. So you just type in your question for the presenter in the chat. Later, while she concludes with her presentation, I will ask her all the questions that are in the chat. So, have you managed to upload the presentation?
Yes, yes. I'm sharing my screen already.
Okay. Yeah, it's here. So now
Yes.
just put it on the presenter mode and we are ready to go.
Mhm. Yeah, certainly. So, dear ladies and gentlemen, I'm happy to be there with you. So, just a second,
Svitlana, we still see all the slides. Ah,
like
perfect.
that.
Now it's
Yeah,
yes, yes, yes.
yeah. So, and today I would like to, nevertheless, that we are a bit of limited in time, as all presenters are, but in that short period of time, I would like to tell you about the role of ICT higher in education, especially in higher education, and what we can apply. So, certainly, there are a lot of different advantages of ICT and using it in education. It has a lot of packages. Teachers, pupil communications improve. It also provides links with schools or with businesses. Moreover, these ICT methods, they encourage new ways of learning so that we can repeat work again and again, and it will not be in the same mode. So here you can see how we were developing it all over as a time. We remember that our education technologies, at first we applied only papers and some telephones and media comms, and now we have everything in our hands because we have chat GPTs, a lot of different applications and so on, so that we as teachers can impact to educational sphere with the internet and these technologies as big as we can. So, and today the trend is that we are coming to the blended mode of education. There is a stop for these tiresome classes, and we have interactive digital content. It is, first of all, it has more emphasis. Secondly, it's on-demand learning, and it is interactive. Here we see the National ICT Agenda. This is what has been collected by me and by my research team during all the following time. So what people they started to use in infrastructure from like satellites and VC, but with this we are not interested. We are interested in what people work with and about applications that today I'm going also to show you about the most popular and the most efficient ones. In ICT, it's very important to have these ICT skills to be a knowledgeable worker and to create learning society around yourself. So, speaking about our educational learning, nowadays we need to pay attention to three main points and objectives. This is speed, quality, and our demands, so our private things. So speed, it means that we apply to technologies, we give children an opportunity to learn, our students to learn about the speed of using these technologies and how to get information from these technologies. And we spend shorter time to achieve our result. Quality, this means that we use facilities, services, the best staff, we are leading researchers in that sphere. And certainly the most important, it's our private things, it's our collaborations, our actual market driving courses. Because if it's not on demand, then for what we are doing that? For what purpose? Purpose is the main thing that we need and need to tell the student if we would like to explain him the thing as lifelong learning. Nowadays, here it's like the summary of my first points. You can see what is the difference of our traditional class and e-learning. Certainly, we may find out that e-learning is on the top. It's unlimited. It can be anytime, anywhere. We are following that. We see, observing that during the situation nowadays in the world. different applications, libraries, simulations, synchronic, asynchronous communication. So, and most important, this is learning on demand. So we find out the goal and we pace it according to our goal. So nowadays, moreover, the good position in our ICT learning is that e-learning, it's our cost-effective learning. There are too many courses and more virtual universities we have. And industries are cooperating with educational sphere so that they provide money. They provide money for students to study and to learn. So, and now to the most important and interesting. I would like to represent you what we can imply in our system of ICT. The first is the easiest one. It's like our virtual teacher with video, animation, audio, text, graphics. So teachers may create their own courses, but they're going to be asynchronous. There would be just some virtual teacher that is going to provide that interactive material with the help of all this multimedia, so that pupils are going and students are going to become more intelligent. The benefits are all the same that we have been speaking about ICT. The only thing that here we need to pay attention to that and highlight that it is self-paced. So the example can be even such courses as Coursera nowadays, because you choose the module, the mode, and today you work more. You can put it aside during some things for a month, and then you are going to come back to it and so on, and you will finish the course. So the next thing, I would like you to come to the second technology that is going to be used, and the greatest benefit of it, that it put in itself all four teachers' application. It incorporates all and new. It has available technologies. It's collaborative. It encourages collaborative learning, and also it is the basis of our lifelong learning. So, and here the tools that I'm speaking about. First, the second one is from the virtual teacher. We have come, for example, to the other resource. It's Educon. Educon, this product, it's the product that was developed in Indian schools. And this product is creating and delivering content that is good as any other international product, but not only for usage of some special profession, but to develop and nurture Indian students in their educational system, so that this product meets and arises the needs of this special society. Certainly we can find out and just incorporate our societies into this mode. So it teaches us to orient on people. So, speaking about Educon and also its benefits, it's very economical. Also, in India, it's like monopoly, and it remains like that for many years. Also, it is mostly, not mostly, but it is computer deliverable multimedia software package. It's 100 prescribed and based on the syllabus, but it's still the unique product. Each module of the product use hundreds videos, actual animations, graphics, professional voices that are easy to understand by Indian children. So this is the product that is specialized in one country, but certainly the ideas from that can be taken from for each country. Other countries don't have such kind of product, unfortunately, so centralized one. The next scene, for example, you by the way can see some visuals of multimedia software, this Educon, how they present. Yeah, it seems that they don't make any different from us, what like we call presentations or so on. But if they speak about rate of a chemical reaction or measuring solid figures, they don't give just overall information, but they are very subject choiced and demand. They present it on the demand from the Indian point of view, we may say. And the modules are chosen not only by teachers, but also by children. So that with the help of the material at the certain age, coverage, a comprehensive, exhaustive coverage of it, and presenting this general knowledge, special knowledge as Hindi, for example, for India and so on, children learn everything in details and they cover everything in details so that their levels of learning and retention abilities, they are just putting aside. So that it's one of the examples which can be impacted and can be interacted in each of our countries. And it's a great example, 100% in my humble opinion, of our ICT technologies in education. So that I would like to thank you for attention and finish my presentation before questions. I hope they will be with such a thing that let's get this world together and encourage ourselves and others to use all the opportunities and possibilities that are possible.
Thank you,
a lot for
Svitlana. Thank you
attention.
very much. Can you please maybe share the link for Educon with us? Because I was
Yes,
searching on it and I didn't find.
yes,
And
certainly.
also, so you have experience with the database. Can you maybe tell for which age groups
So
are
this
the material? There is literally for all of them or for some of them?
so it's as I have said, this is the Educon. I will share just a second. Educon is made just for everybody. They are monopolists already. At first, they started to do it only for, we may say, classes of starting from the first years classes and so on. Nowadays, they are participants of international associations. Just a second. I will send the link to our chat so that people, so it's to comments, yes?
Yeah. Just you have a private chat, and then I can share with all
yes,
the
I will
people
send
here.
to private chat. Yes, here it is.
It's the easiest way. Okay, right.
Yes. So this is already here is it's the Educor International School with this system, and they provide their, so right now they are like provide their modules to Indian schools, so that they can work on their program, because not all children can get into that school, certainly.
Exactly,
Because
exactly.
Yes, nowadays they while preparing, I contacted them with their updates, what they are doing. They provided me with several statistics that couldn't be found in the internet. So nowadays they are making the program already for the universities, so that they would like to get into the university sphere also.
All right.
That it is just an ongoing project.
Right. Thank you very much, Svitlana, and hope to see you again. Now we move on and welcome Mija once again. So Mija also has an interesting presentation. She's an English teacher and teacher trainer. Today she will present introductory routine fostering children's learning prerequisites. So the floor is yours, Mija, and you can start sharing.
And my presentation, I think it's already up there.
Just a second. No, it disappeared in the meanwhile.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't see it anymore here. So yeah, I'm sorry if you can maybe share the screen once again. Thank you for your patience, dear participants. We will be ready in a second. So the presentation on introductory routine.
Is it there yet?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
And the certificate of attendance link is also ready in the video description. So you can just go to the video description or either in the chat, request the certificate, type in name, surname, and email address, and you will get the certificate as soon as possible. All right, so Mija, thank you very much.
Thank you, everyone, and hello. My name is Mija. I am a teacher. I'm a teacher trainer, and I am also a creator of project-based approach in young foreign language learning called chess book teaching. But today here, I'm not going to talk about the chess book teaching approach, but what children actually need before they start learning. So I'm going to talk about the prerequisites of learning, and my focus is on young children. So it is common knowledge that before any physical activity, we need to warm up our muscles. And it is also common knowledge that before any learning takes place, we need to activate our brains, which is also kind of warming up. So, but however, our brains have no good use to us when trying to establish a human connection, even though the brain is activated if we don't know how to use our social skills or if we don't know how to talk with one another. And no less important is the fact that if we want to know and to complete the task at hand successfully and on time, we need to know how to focus. So before we start any sort of teaching, be that textbook teaching approach, project approach, or traditional course book approach, it is of paramount importance that we prepare children for learning beforehand. And the way I do that is through so-called introductory routine. Introductory routine is a set of warm-up activities that goes beyond the scope of traditional and well-established belief that it is just to activate our brains. Introductory routine addresses a child holistically. It addresses children's essential prerequisites to enable child-centered learning in order for children to gain the long-lasting retention. And in order to do that, of course, we need to practice skills. How? Well, we know that people are social beings, and our health and sound mind depends on the quality of our relationships, which can be achieved only if we know how to use social skills. Well, 30 years ago, when children started education, their social skills were far better developed than they are now in today's generations. Children were able to connect with social beings easier because they practiced the social skills after school all the time. I am lucky to come from that generation, but today's mobile generations raise mobile children who lack in basic social skills and in communication. So, because teaching programs haven't changed in the last 100 years and are still mostly focused on acquiring academic skills, believing that children already have the required social skills, the result today is discipline and learning problems with children. So upon entering schools, teachers should therefore devote quite some time to teach children how to use the social skills they lack in so that they are able to establish social connections. Only then they're able to learn academic knowledge and use that academic knowledge. So there is no real learning without developed social skills and to use that knowledge. Without quality social connections, the knowledge is short-lived, forgotten, and therefore cannot be used. So building quality social connections is the social prerequisite to learning. And how do we practice? Introductory routine activities are tailored to facilitate children's ability to socially connect with other members of the group. They practice how to control their own body, emotions, and motor skills, which are then used in other activities. Building social interactions is better learned in bigger groups, where children can practice how to function in a group, how to concentrate on the task at hand, and how to communicate with one another. Introductory routine activities are therefore tailored in such a way to practice just that. And I have to stress out on the practice part because practice is our focus. The language that we use is only a tool to convey instructions on how to practice those skills. The language aims are therefore secondary and are interwoven into the social, motor, and communication activities, meaning that the main aim is the process and not the result. So if I give you an example, for instance, when children practice social skills like eye contact, then the activity is focused on winking hello to one another. And the teacher needs to make sure that the instructions are given in steps so that the process is carried out correctly by every individual and not that we just finish the saying hello. Formative evaluation can be really helpful here, not just for children, but also for the teachers. So the introductory routine activities are formed in 4 groups. The first group is greeting, where our aim is to accept one another. The next group is social skills. The next group of activities is social skills, where we build social interactions with one another and teach children how to control their bodies, movements, and their emotions. The next part is focus and concentration, where we practice activities that extend children's concentration span. And the last part is communication, where we teach children the etiquette of exchanging information, how to pose the body, how to connect with one another with eye contact, how to use their voice, how to use their movements, and of course, how to work in groups. There is another equally important thing regarding the introductory routine, and that is the routine part. Because children, when they, well, actually any human being, they learn best if not everything is new to them, meaning that the basic content should be known, and only then we gradually squeeze in some new information. When children enter primary school, everything is new to them. People, the environment, and if we teach English language, then even the language is new to them. They're confused, they're stressed, they don't feel safe, and it is our job to make them feel safe. So establishing a routine is a way how we make children anticipate what's coming next regarding the activities, which gives them the sort of feeling of control and thus confidence and thus a little bit of safety. So that's why we create a routine. That's why the introductory routine has the same types of activities that always follow the same sequence. Well, to sum up, children need the introductory routine because when they first come to school, everything is new to them, and the educator's role is to establish some sort of familiar content. Since today's children lack in social skills, we organize activities that use children's partly developed skills and develop them further on. In case of English language learning, we use English language for conveying the instructions, and through that, children practice social and motor skills to be able to connect appropriately and interact with one another. They practice focus and concentration to be able to stick to the task and are able to listen to the instructions. And of course, they practice communication, in which they learn how to exchange information with one another and how to collaborate. Before I show you the introductory routine in practice, because I have a little film clip prepared for you, I invite you to keep in touch. Since I'm currently in the middle of website renovation and a product release, the material for teaching English in early classrooms, you can stay in touch with me via YouTube channel. The links you can see displayed there. You can sign up for my newsletter. I weekly share short articles on the project-based teaching approach called Chessbook Teaching. And there are three actually, courses available on a Thinkific platform about this approach, which is all based on the picture book. So picture book is the only material that we need in order to teach children English. Thank you for listening, but now I think it's time that we can have a look at how this introductory routine looks in practice with children. So Blanca, if you're ready, could you please share the screen and show the film clip? Thank you. And then if you have any questions, I'm available for you to answer.
Sophia. And we first are going to do hello. So stand up. Let's count.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11.
Good.
0.
Hello, hello. It's so nice to say hello, hello, and have a nice day. Now say hello to everybody like this. Hello, 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 and make sure you make eye contact. Hello, go ahead. And put it back.
I think it's frozen. I think the movie doesn't move on. Mrs. Blanca, can you hear me?
About the month. What's the month?
It's November.
Let's sing. 1, 2, 3. What's the month? It's November today. So no changes. It's November. Now, Leah, because you're in charge, is 22.11.okay? No, what should be 2 and? No, not 2 and 1.
3.
No, 2 and
3. 9,
8. True.
Okay, I think there are difficulties with the sound. I will just put from the middle once again. Okay.
23.
Yeah.
Is it cold?
It's
Okay.
What's the weather like today? Like today.
I think
like
we have
today.
difficulties
What's
with the sound.
weather like today? It is sunny. It is
I can
cloudy.
see the film.
Yeah, I
Works
think that we
here.
can see it to the end because there are just few seconds and very beautiful
11
pictures and engaging activities. Yes.
23. It's cloudy.
So we will
It's
see it, but
sunny.
without the sound now in this final part.
8, 9, 10. Goodbye, goodbye. It's so nice to say goodbye, goodbye, and have a nice day. Goodbye.
Okay, so Mia, yeah, we are in the end of the video.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
it frozen in the middle here on my screen. I don't know if you've seen all of it. It was just a 3-minute long clip, but all the activities was presented: greeting, socialization, focus and concentration, communication. How it looks in practice.
Yes. It was very, very engaging. Cristina said in the private chat that it works, but now one participant is saying that it's frozen in the middle, so I will check it later how it was. So we will see. But anyways, yeah, really engaging activities. So if I understood correctly, you put the same routine, but with different tasks in each of the classes.
That's right, yes. And the communication part, the last one, is just exchanging information. So with the little ones, we every time talk about today. So we discuss the weather, the date, season, the temperature, and we update the information so that they learn that if I pose a question, I expect the answer, and the answer is not, predetermined. They need to judge by the situation what it is, so they learn the etiquette that communication is not learning things by heart, but seeing the circumstances and give the answer that suits them. Some are generally known, some are personal. This is how they learn how to communicate. It may seem trivial to somebody, especially for those who teach elderly children or higher education, secondary school or university, but with young children, it is not so self-obvious that
Absolutely
they can decide what the answer is going to be.
Absolutely, yes. And you do this in English from day one, yeah? So even when children come without any
everything is in
knowledge, that's so great. Congratulations for your work, really, yeah. Okay, so thank you, Mia. And now we go to Romania with Cristina Dragomir, who will present us enhancing communication during education. Yeah, so welcome. We are ready to listen to your presentation.
Hello, can you hear me? Hi. Blanca, can you please confirm you can hear me?
Yeah.
Excellent.
It's all right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so my name is Cristina Dragomir. I'm associate professor at one technical university from Romania. It is called the Constanta Maritime University. We train engineers, seafarers that will go on board the vessel. Their job is very important, even if we are not aware of. So the entire society benefit on the goods that seafarers, the persons that go on board vessel, transport. We use these laptops or computers or phones where we can connect each other virtually. We use TVs, clothing items, food, etc. So there are plenty of objects, products, gadgets, etc. that we use, and we can put our hands on these items because those items were placed in a store thanks to the supply chain and thanks to the labor of the persons that go on board vessel, because 90% of all goods on the entire world are transported by vessels in the shipping industry. So we train this type of students, and we also train personnel that will work in ports, in harbors, in the supply chain, in crewing agency, in transport agencies. So these are the persons that also have very important jobs, and we indirectly benefit of their work. So this is a nice image from my city, from Constanta. Constanta, it's a port city in the southeast of Romania and in the western coast of the Black Sea. And this is also a screenshot of my of the website of my university. And further, this is an image of one of the headquarters of my university. And here I will do a very short presentation of our faculties, departments, and educational offer in order to make you aware of our curriculum and of our trained subjects. I would like to emphasize the fact that we have both a navigation faculty and also a marine engineer faculty, and there is the Bologna first academic cycle with bachelor studies, and also the second Bologna academic cycle with the master studies, both of them for the engineering side. And also for the faculty of navigation, we have this studies of bachelor engineering and management in transports, where I actually work and I teach subjects like means of transport technologies, and also environment and strategic management for the master studies, like for this master program, business administration in transport. And also in my university, in the faculty of marine engineering, are, as you can see, bachelor studies, plenty of, and also master studies. So overall, you got this idea that we train persons that are very much familiar with technical subjects and with numerical skills and abilities. So you might question yourself, why are communication skills also important for those persons that will work with numbers, with their hands, with the engine, with the parts of the engine? So there would be some very much technical stuff they will work with. Well, in order to reply you, I will further continue with the presentation of my university means of education. You can see in this slide that we use for the virtual education platform, and this is the link of this platform, and this is a screenshot of this platform. On this platform, our students can access the courses, can access the tasks and the assignments for their seminars, and they can interact with their teachers, and also they can interact each other. They can also access various links of resources that are related to what they teach and learn. And also this platform is very useful for us, for teachers, in order to prepare assessments with different forms of assessing what students have learned. And I will show you in the further slides what exactly I teach. And in order for you to understand why this digital platform is very useful in education, I will also present you these resources that are available on our virtual campus for training. So, for example, we can provide them assignments in this Moodle platform. In these assignments, we can ask them, for example, to prepare an essay or to do some calculation and to upload those calculation in a Word document or in a PDF or in an Excel document. We also can include book resources, online digital books, and these books are something complementary with the courses that we also provide them in this platform. There is a facility to chat with the students, and also they can do some choices related to what assignments they can follow. They can also access databases or even external tools that are also complementary for the educational field. Moreover, they can communicate better with us, with the teachers, by providing us feedback, and we definitely believe this feedback is very useful and valuable, because we can adapt our teaching skills in relation with the feedback that we receive. And also we upload here different files for them, like documents they can download further, like some projects they can fill in, or to do some calculation. We can put all these files organized in folders. And further, to improve communication and to enhance communication, we have forums of discussion where our students can share their opinions, or they can share the level of the work they have done until a certain moments, and they can exchange with other colleagues their opinions or their experiences related to some tasks. They also have the possibility to find in the same place, very structured, very well organized, a glossary of terms that are relevant for the engineering and the technical domain, and not only, also for the economic domain. And there are also other elements, components that are related with accessing resources. And I would also say, I will also show you here, we also have this communication tool. It's called Jitsi. This is a tool, a video tool, like Zoom, or even like this very own platform where we are speaking today. There are also pages, a quiz, very useful quiz. There can be multiple choice or different types of quiz we can include here. And finally, very other useful resources. So all these type of digital elements we have included in the digital campus, in the digital platform, and the students can access anytime from anywhere, as long as they have some gadget in their hands, like a tablet or a phone, or from the laptop, of course, because they will receive some ID and some password. They can put a password in order to access the virtual campus pretty much from anywhere, even when they are sailing on a vessel, even if they are outside the country. What's interesting regarding this campus is that it continues and is complementary as a very useful tool and resource for our classic education, the classic education that is done in the classroom, in front of a blackboard, or in front of a virtual blackboard or in front of a video projector. So this is a very useful tool, and we used this type of tool when we were in the pandemic outside the university, and we were doing online lessons. And from that moment further, we still use this virtual campus made on a Moodle platform. And I was telling you previously that I will share with you an example of assignment that I'm using with my master students. And you will see here the form where in a technical and in an engineering class, I'm also including some exercises and assignments that have a special focus placed on communication skills. So, for example, my students have to prepare a PowerPoint presentation. So they have to prepare a few slides. And I would like to emphasize here that the maximum number of slides would be only 5 slides. And at the first view, you might think, oh, there are such a few slides. Well, from my experience, I noticed that my students struggle to make a synthesis of all that they find as useful and necessary to be shared. So they have quite some difficulties to concentrate so many important aspects in only 5 slides. And further, I invited them to prepare these slides only as a mean or as a tool of communication that will assist their verbal communication. And this is again some skill that not only we need to train to our students, no matter the specific of the university, or no matter the specific of the high school or of the middle school or even the primary school. So communication skill is a skill that is highly useful in the society in order to express our needs, our desires, to express our feelings, and to communicate with other members of the society. And even if the university has these technical particularities in the curriculum, and all the materials and resources are focused on training technical skills, we still need these communication skills, and we still need them very much. And I will give you an example. Even if they are very good engineers and they know how to use and to identify which parts and systems are faulty and are not working well, and they can identify solutions for these technical problems and for repairments, or for the very good function of the ship or of any engine, they still have to communicate with other departments, like for example with the spare parts department, or with the department on shore, and to tell them which are the spare parts they would need, which are the tools they would need in order to make a repairment on board vessel. Further, they need to communicate with their employer or with their boss on board vessel. They also have to communicate with each other, the subordinates with the superiors, peers, colleagues, and team members. They need to communicate together in order to accomplish tasks in the real world when they do have a job and they are employed in a job. That's why we place a very important focus on these communication skills that we need anywhere in the society. And my assignment for them is to develop their synthesis abilities in order to identify the most important aspects that they need to include in their presentation. And it's not only that. So it's not enough for them to prepare a PowerPoint and to upload their that PowerPoint in the system, but they need to present, to share among their colleagues, and of course in front of me. They need to share and to make this oral discourse based on these slides. They need to do this discourse, and they need to improve their discourse and oral public oral speaking abilities in front of a certain public. Further, they need to be to concentrate their efforts and also to identify the best argumentation and also some debate tools in order to cover a specific aspect. And further, we don't end the task here, but we try to engage them much more in the task. So they should explain, for example, for this given task, they should explain how they can apply in their own company or in their own institution or in their personal life the aspects that they have shared, by involving them in getting much more into the subject, by challenging them to think how they can apply what they do present. We acknowledge the fact that the message is better transmitted between us, the teachers, and the students, and further they will this information will remain in their minds. They will remember the information much easier when they thought that they visualize how can use effectively the notions that they have learned. And further, we are able to provide them some examples, some further resources that they can use to do their task. And further, we complete, or we add to this classic and formal way of teaching, we add and we invite the students to other informal ways of teaching. And we emphasize here not only the communication and not only the synthesis and the argumentation skills, but also we emphasize here and we hint for the group work skills and abilities. And for example, I put it here some very recent activity that we have done, and the students did a very great group work. And what's more important to observe is that they did their task with a lot of joy. And I'm very sure when they learn with joy and when they are happy while they are working and learning, and they are learning stuff, I'm pretty sure these memories will remain and will be very much more effective. And also, we do something more in order to improve their communication skills, and not only those skills. So beside the classic educational environment, beside the group work tasks and the virtual tasks and the virtual resources that they use, we also include the games, the gaming approach that is that also has the objective to transmit information and to include the information in a very much desirable way of getting the information. In these two images, there is an example of a game that I thought would be useful to transmit informations related to the Sustainable Development Goals, the United Nations 17 Sustainable Development Goals, the 17 SDGs, and we prepared this type of wheel, which is printed on a plastic material, or a type of canvas. And when we have visits from high school students, or from primary schools, or from the middle schools, during the open days of the university, or when they have this special stages of education outside their formal school, well, we use this type of game in order to get them involved, in order to do some group work. And also we ask them for each one of these 17 sustainable development goals, we ask them, what do you think would be the connection between the SDG, the goal, the development goal, and what we do here in the university? And they start thinking, and they will share their thoughts inside the group, and after that they will communicate their thoughts and the replies in front of me and in front of my colleagues. And in the end, we will encourage them, we will encourage their replies and answers, and we will give some prize, even if there is no monetary prize. However, is a prize that is enough in order to make them, to stimulate them, and to stimulate their interest, and to have fun. So I will reach now the conclusion slide, and this is a lot to it is a lot to be said here. The first important conclusion is that we do strive for excellence in education, and that's why we focus not only on the technical skills, but also communication skills, which we find highly essential to evolve in the society and in the operation that we do day by day in our personal lives. So communication skills are essential even in engineering education. The employees that works in engineering jobs, they still need to communicate with their colleagues, or with their superiors, or with clients, with beneficiaries of their work. So numerical calculation and calculation skills might be in the spotlight for a technical and engineering institution of education. However, communication skill is complementary to the numerical and calculation skills, and definitely all the curriculums and programs doing include subjects that deal with communication skills, and they can be enhanced. These types of skills, they can be enhanced in formal and informal educational activities. We, or at least I base a lot of my teaching work in making fun activities of learning. I truly believe that by making a nice environment of discussion, by developing critical communication skills and critical thinking, I empower the students, I empower the younger generation. After the pandemic, I did observe some communication skills, for example, from the high school students, not all of them, but very many students that are now in the university do have these communication struggles. Maybe they are shy, maybe they don't find their own words, maybe they don't have sufficient vocabulary in order to express themselves. That's why we come and we help them through these games, through group work, group activities, different types of quiz. We also use these digital educational tools in order to reach the outcome and the objectives of developing certain skills. And final conclusion, a very important final conclusion from my point of view is the following one. We are living in the algorithmic age. This means that a lot of activities would be around using artificial intelligence tools. These types of tools bring both a lot of advantages. However, they bring also some challenges. It's very easy for my students, for example, to use the digital tools for education. However, I don't find them enough. Definitely, there should be this interaction, face-to-face interaction, and social interaction during the class. The hybrid class would be also some aspects to be further discovered and explored. However, important focus should be also on sustainability education. The education on sustainable skills, on sustainable assets. The teenagers and students of all ages should be aware of the 17 United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. Even if a university is a technical one, has to deal with engineering or with STEM education, with science, technology, engineering, maths, arts also. Also, this very important aspect is this one. We need to think in a sustainable way. Sustainability has not to do only with environmental protection, but it has also to do with equity, with no poverty, with quality education, and with the infrastructure and innovation, and with a lot of other aspects. So we do our best to include in our curriculum, in our programs of education, in our lessons. We do include this type of activities that encourage, empower students, enable them to communicate better. We are there for them in order to motivate them to speak up, express themselves, also to have this critical thinking, to ask questions. It's very important to empower a student to ask questions, because through their questions there comes their interest, and we can explore more the interest. And the last but not the least, these skills are, and transversal skills are also very, very much important, and they should be included, embedded in any educational programs. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you, Cristina, very much, and congratulations for your work. It was really nice to hear about educating future engineers, about soft skills, so which is really important. Yeah, I hope to see you again in this conference. So the 4 presenters didn't show up. That's why we will conclude the presentations now. I hope you enjoyed all the practical and intellectually challenging things our presenters said. The next conference is the last day of February, and you are invited to apply or to register today on the website erasmuspluscourses.com, either as a presenter, most welcomed, or as a viewer, so also welcome. So this is it for today, and see you next month. In the meanwhile, happy teaching to all of you. Bye.